Project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
At Government House, I'm Regis Cartwright. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight.
GBPC's June fuel surcharge hike sparking public outrage. ERCA officials now monitoring the situation. And 2 individuals arrested for possession of a firearm and ammunition. And Grand Bahamas senior Junkanoo groups to receive increased funding. We have the details.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, Grand Bahama Power Company's fuel surcharge hike for June still drawing backlash from consumers, many of whom have taken to social media to vent their frustration after receiving their latest energy bills. In response to growing public concerns, ZNS News reached out to the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority, ERCA, where officials confirmed that they are closely monitoring the situation on Grand Bahama.
There are currently no regulations from ERCA that govern how the fuel charge should be calculated by public electricity suppliers.
It may not be good news for consumers, but it is the reality. According to ERCA's Corporate and Consumer Relations Manager, Juan McCartney, ERCA has no framework in place to regulate fuel charge rates set by the Grand Bahama Power Company. What that means is GBPC uses its own internal formula to calculate fuel surcharge rates.
BPL follows the order from the minister, and the Grand Bahama Power Company follows the formula that it already had in place. So the best person or entity to explain Grand Bahama Power Company's fuel charge would be Grand Bahama Power Company, and they can walk you through how they get that, because they actually do have a formula.
But there is some hope ahead. McCartney says ERCA is currently in the process of reviewing tariffs, and as a result of that review, new regulations will be introduced to govern how fuel charge rates are calculated.
We are looking at, as I said, establishing through our regulatory regime a standardized fuel charge when ERCA takes back over all of the tariff regulation in 2027.
When questioned about this month's fuel surcharge, officials from GBPC explained that it is a pass-through billing mechanism, meaning the charge reflects the actual cost of fuel used to generate electricity, which is passed directly on to consumers.
We want to clarify that the base rate has remained unchanged since 2022. The fuel charge is a monthly adjustment based on the increased energy cost from month to month.
Now that number is high, considering what's going on in the energy markets. And so it's a fair question to put to Grand Bahama Power Company, and it's a question we may put to Grand Bahama Power Company ourselves.
Another point of contention for consumers is a line item on their bills labeled other charges. Many believe this is where discrepancies may exist.
So if there's a meter test fee, right, if there's a reconnection fee, those would be considered other charges in the bill.
If you feel as though Grand Bahama Power Company has billed you incorrectly and you're disputing the bill, you can file a complaint with ERCA, and we will look into it.
Well, senior Junkanoo groups on Grand Bahama can expect a raise in funding for the next cycle of Junkanoo parades. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, announcing a $3,000 increase for the cultural expression during his budget contribution in the House of Assembly Thursday.
from 9,000 to 12,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The B groups will rise from 4,000 to 7,500. Because when we invest in culture, we invest in people.
Yes.
Well, in news from the courts, 23-year-old Rentio Charles Leon Williams was formally charged before Magistrate LaQuay Lang in the Freeport Magistrates Court No. 3 in connection with attempted murder and possession of firearm with the intent to endanger the life of Andrew Harvey. Williams was unrepresented by counsel due to the nature of the charges. Williams did not enter a plea. This matter will proceed to the Supreme Court by way of voluntary bill of indictment. Now, the case has been adjourned until September 17, 2025. Bail was denied and Williams has been remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Once again, he returns to court on September 17th for the beginning of trial. Well, in news from the crime beat, police on Grand Bahama arrested 2 individuals on Thursday, June 12th, in connection with a seizure of a firearm and ammunition. Initial reports indicate that sometime around 6 a.m., officers from the Criminal Investigations Department executed a search warrant at a home in Indian Man Road. During the search, a firearm and a quantity of ammunition were discovered. A 32-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman, both occupants of the home, are in custody. This matter remains under active investigations.
And still to come.
A Father's Day story with a man regarded as a father to many. He reflects on the journey of fatherhood and his mission to change lives. That story, sports, and more when we return.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
It's about that time again at Dolly Madison. Father's Day is quickly approaching. Get 25% off store-wide on June 13th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and June 14th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Friday and Saturday. And every 10th mail will receive an additional 5% off until 12 noon on Saturday only. Spend $100 or more to enter to win a grill bundle set. It's the big Father's Day sale at Dolly Madison.
Under the patronage of Bishop Godfrey R. Williams and in partnership with New Life Worship Center, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas proudly celebrates 89 years of continuous service and recognizes 10 exemplary fathers from the Grand Bahama community.
Select the perfect gift for Dad from Esquires and get a chance to surprise him with a 360 gas grill. Take 20% off your purchase from June 9th to 14th and enjoy additional savings throughout the store. Call them today at 352-8816. Happy Father's Day from Esquires.
Be a part of history. The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites you to nominate outstanding residents for Icons of the City 2.0. Submit your nominations today at gbpa.com/icons before June 21st. Don't miss the 25% Father's Day sale in the men's department at Park and Shop this June 12th, 13th, and 14th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, including underwear. Experience a man's point of view live at the Regency Theater, June 14th at 8 p.m. and June 15th at 4 p.m. Tickets just $40 at 17 Shop or Imagine Graphics. Visit ampv.online for more information. Come and be blessed at the New Life Worship Center in Freeport, Grand Bahama, where Bishop Simeon Ouden is the senior pastor. Services are on Sunday at 9 a.m. and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Come and experience a time of praise and worship in the Word.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. Widely recognized for his impact on the lives of young men, Dudley Sade describes himself as a father to 6 biological children and a father figure to many more across the country. In this special Father's Day series, Sade reflects on his journey through fatherhood, an unforgettable experience shaped by life's many twists and turns. Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports.
Dudley Sade is an activist, founder of Reach Out Youth Organization, and a devoted father. He openly shares that his childhood was far from easy, but growing up in a tough environment taught him a powerful lesson. A father's presence can be one of the most impactful influences in a child's life. Determined to turn his pain into purpose, Sade channeled his experiences into creating an organization aimed at positively transforming the lives of young people in his community.
I always loved sports. I played basketball, soccer, ran track, but I always made bad choices growing up. So I started an organization to see if I could make a difference.
And that he did. Dudley Sade has hosted numerous community giveaways, organized motivational events, and worked tirelessly to empower at-risk youth, including gang members and prisoners. His mission is deeply personal as he carries out this work with one of his own sons currently behind bars.
Today I have a son incarcerated. Just when I started the organization in 2009, and that was devastating for me, devastating for my family, but I stayed the course.
Despite being a strong and influential father figure, he describes himself at home as a good listener and believes that men should be present and loving towards their wives and children.
I think a lot of times we have fathers, they go to work and don't spend no time. I think they look at themselves as only a provider. But a father has to do all of that.
Sade's eldest son, Dudley Sade Jr., shares how growing up with his father was not easy, as Dudley Sr. was a man known for his strict discipline.
As a young man, I kind of resented the fact that I wasn't as free as they were, to just go and roam the streets. But now that I'm a father, now that I'm older and wiser, I understand what it was that he was protecting me from.
But what he appreciated most about his father was his constant presence. His wife of 28 years, Katie Sade, echoes that sentiment, adding that his presence extended beyond their own children. He showed up for others, too.
I remember one time we had to register 2 children's birth at the age of 12. They weren't registered. We were trying to take them away. And Dudley ran around until he was allowed to register their birth so they could get paperwork to travel.
He now encourages other fathers to remain steadfast through adversity, reminding them that no matter how tough things get, it's vital to stay grounded and hold firm to your purpose in life. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Sade certainly is a great man. Well, it was breakfast with a side of appreciation Friday morning as the radio arm of the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas celebrated 89 years on the air and gave out 89 Bahamian breakfasts, one for each year. The free meals were part of a special Father's Day community giveaway honoring men for their contribution to family and society. The event was sponsored by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture with the delicious down-home meals prepared by Gogo's Bahamian Restaurant. Organizers say it's important to honor community builders and use moments like these to inspire and uplift men across the nation.
The father of radio, of course, was Harcourt with Rusty Bethel. And we stand on their shoulders as well as some of the other pioneers that came before us. So it's important that we also incorporated Father's Day into this because we are honoring 10 fathers on Sunday.
We want fathers to understand how important their presence are in the development of the young people of not just Grand Bahama, but the Bahamas at large. And so this was definitely a venture that we wanted to be involved in.
It's important to sponsor, and we're a community business. That's what we are. We believe in being there for the community, and especially times like this. And Father's Day is one of those days that we take pride in.
With hot meals in hand and smiles on their faces, the men said they felt recognized and appreciated taking the time to reflect on their roles as fathers, providers, and positive influences.
I'm a father this year, so I think it was a great initiative today. We had a lot of fathers that came out.
Fathers play a very important part in any community. Surprisingly, we take a lot of things for granted, and there are a lot of people who really, this is the first meal for the day for them.
It feels good that someone's out there actually thinking about us and appreciating us and wants to make sure that we are doing well.
Once we get that, men take their rightful position, everything will be okay. So go the men, so go the fathers, so go society.
Well, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, as mentioned, is marking its 89th year of delivering news, culture, and connection to communities across the country. And this year, the celebration is being shared with the New Life Worship Center, coming together for an evening of worship, honor, and music. The event is scheduled to take place on June 15th at 7 p.m. at Jubilee Cathedral, a celebration of fathers, faith, and nearly 9 decades of Bahamian broadcasting.
Since radio have been in existence since 1936, 89 years, if you do the math. And it's played a major role in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, not only on a national level, but a local level as well, keeping the community informed of national events and local events, and partnering with New Life Worship Center in this initiative, and initiatives such as this is a major milestone for us.
Having a financial fundraiser for our youth activity center, and so they've decided to come on board to help us raise some funds for that.
And during the night of legacy, faith, and celebration in recognition of 89 years, 10 outstanding fathers from across the community will also be recognized for their unwavering commitment and leadership in their homes, churches, and neighborhoods.
As a father, I didn't expect this. I wasn't doing it for this. I was doing it just to ensure that we raise productive citizens in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Productive citizens for the kingdom of God.
That your work in the community doesn't go unfazed, that someone is watching you. And, stuff like this is encouraging to us to keep us going. People.
I feel great knowing that I'm alive to witness this. And I thank God for that.
Somewhat excited.
Really appreciated of being on it. I was glad to know that. Why me? And I said, why not me? Because when Bishop gave me that call and said, I'm one of the gentlemen going to be on it, I said, wow.
Congratulations to the honorees and happy Father's Day to all. Well, the thrills were high, the water was wild, and the island vibes were strong as What's Happening Grand Bahama host Shelia Roll took viewers inside the action-packed world of Pirates Cove Zipline and Water Park. From zip-lining 50 feet above the beach to racing through Smith's Point on UTVs, the popular attraction delivered non-stop excitement and an exclusive look at what's next for the park's future.
Adventure is calling. Pirates Cove Zipline and Water Park is answering with a full day of high-flying thrills, island flavor, and non-stop fun under the sun. We took the plunge literally into everything this Grand Bahama hotspot has to offer. And trust us, it was epic.
We offer an admission. The admission gives you access to the Wi-Fi and kayaks, paddleboards, floating mats and volleyball, tug-of-war, swings and pool, about 16 different amenities.
I
I'm about to go ziplining, and I am terrified. I am scared of heights.
As we soared across the park on their thrilling zip line, catching stunning views of the beach and sparkling turquoise waters, it was the perfect adrenaline rush to start the day. Next, it was time to hit the sand and explore. We jumped into powerful UTVs.
So we're about to go on the UTVs. This is my first time driving anything like this, so y'all, let's just free.
Took off through the charming seaside community of Smith's Point, kicking up some dust and soaking in the sight of the local fish fry. Then came the banana boat ride, a hilarious high-speed splash fest that had us clinging on and laughing all the way. We followed it up with some heart-racing fun on the jet skis, slicing through the surf with nothing but blue skies and good vibes all around. Back on the beach, the party never stopped. Tourists and locals mingled on the sand, sipping cool tropical drinks, trying out local delicacies, and getting into the groove with some good old-fashioned line dancing on the bar's deck. But Pirate Cove isn't stopping there. General Manager David Wallace sharing an exciting vision for the future of the park.
We have 3.5 acres at the entrance to Tino Beach. That's where we're looking to put in the water park. That's where we're going to put in the lazy river. And that's where we're going to put in the big water slide. And we believe sometime by the end of 2027, we will have that ready for the public.
Whether you're in for the thrills, the taste, or the tunes, Pirates Cove is where the island magic happens. It's more than just a water park. It's an all-day celebration of Grand Bahamas spirit, culture, and sun-soaked charm. If you're looking for the perfect mix of excitement and island relaxation, make your way to Pirates Cove. Adventure awaits, and trust us, you don't want to miss this ride. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rose.
Well, Shalia, that was pretty much a day off for you. Shane, what do you say?
Basically, yeah, I'm just jealous right now.
What's coming up in sports?
Well, youth flag football is wrapping up this weekend with the Shockwave Flag Football Tournament, and I'm sure they're pretty excited to get it rolling.
All right, that's coming away next, but first to check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Under the patronage of Bishop Godfrey R. Williams and in partnership with New Life Worship Center, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas proudly celebrates 89 years of continuous service and recognizes 10 exemplary fathers from the Grand Bahama community.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Please game responsibly. Don't take your paycheck every week, cash it, and head to the number house. Don't sit on the computer and spin for hours while life passes you by. Before you know it, you'll be down to your last $20. Your family depends on that money. Your family depends on you. Problem gambling destroys lives and families. This message is brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, reminding you to gamble responsibly.
What is Business Fit? Business Fit is a group health insurance package offered by BAF Financial. What are some of the benefits of Business Fit? No deductible, dental and vision care, hospital room and board, surgical treatment, labs, medication and drugs, maternity, doctors, clinics, specialist visits, chemotherapy and radiation treatment, air and ground ambulance, and preventative care. Business Fit, offered by BAF Financial.
Grand Bahama, it's the time of celebration. The Bahama Brass Band presents with a Shout Wheel March, celebrating a combined 170 years of service, duty, and music ministry. 100 years Nassau and 70 years Grand Bahama, with special guests, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Force Band, female contingent. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door. It's all happening at 7 p.m. Grand Lucayan Ballroom, Saturday, the 26th of July, 2025. With a shout, Wheel March.
Good evening, beautiful people. I'm Shane Stubbs, and welcome to Sports. Topping sports tonight, the Shockwave Elite 5 flag football playoffs kick off this Saturday at the Salvation Army Field with the championship game set for 4 p.m. Now, after 10 intense weeks of gridiron action, the players say they're ready to prove why their team deserves to be the top dogs.
Feel really great. I mean, like, coming into the season at first, we weren't really good, but we went 1-2, I believe, but we picked it up, and now we're 6-2.
Our team been to tournament before. We not new to this.
We really want to come out on top. So what we're going to do is practice more than we usually do.
We are going to we'll come very strong, do very good, try our best, play our heart out.
Everybody play a good position, play a job, and I feel like we do win championship.
The action starts at 10 a.m. with the Buccaneers taking on the Thunder, followed by the Grizzlies trying to shut down the Green Machine. The Warhawks and Rebels have secured first-round byes and will face off against the winners of those opening matchups, all leading to the big showdown in the championship game at 4 p.m. Next in sports, over in Bimini, the George Wilkinson Baseball Camp kicks off on June 16th to the 20th at the Bayfront Park, and all ages are invited to attend.
Over the years playing baseball, which has been a difficult part of my life, I always wanted to, my vision was to impart some of the knowledge that was given to me and see if we can continue the legacy of baseball in Bimini. We would like to use this camp as a vehicle to get the kids back on the court and get them back in a group where we can mentor them and to teach them some life skills and some Christian principles.
And finally in sports, GB amateur softball action continuing its slow pitch slate of games tonight and Saturday over at the Grand Bahamas Sports Complex Softball Park. On Saturday in corporate play, the Customs Heavy Hitters takes on the Royal Bahamas Police Force Royals. In co-ed action, the Kellys Sliders will face the GBPA Regulators, followed by the Keys Bahamas Strikers aiming to take down the Coopers Destroyers. And in men's action, the Ira Boys look to topple the Pats Uniform Reds. And that is your check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Shane Stubbs. Your Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Under the patronage of Bishop Godfrey R. Williams and in partnership with New Life Worship Center, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas proudly celebrates 89 years of continuous service and recognizes 10 exemplary fathers from the Grand Bahama community.
The Fluid Factory and the Rhythm 102.7 FM brings it to you. The Reunion 3, the mega old school party. Saturday, June 28th. Performing live. Bahamas is the one you know and love. The hitmaker Tanya Stevens.
Yo, Freeport, this is the girl Tanya Stevens inviting you to join me for the Reunion 3. And it's at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Yo, I want the boom box. Love the way you have the post.
Oh yes, Tanya Stevens live. Join all her hits at the Reunion 3. Saturday, June 28th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Get your early bird tickets now. This one will sell out. Tickets are $60 VIP, $100 Platinum, table $650, Skybox $2,800. Act like you know with Tanya Stevens performing live. Saturday, June 28th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are on sale now. Reunion3.com. Tanya Stevens performing live.
Make sure we see you.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Join us for City in Motion, your inside look at the people. progress, and possibilities shaping the city of Freeport. Each week, we bring you the stories behind the movement. Highlighting how the Grand Bahama Port Authority is leading with purpose.
Our desire is to connect Bahamians with the opportunities that's right in front of them.
This is City in Motion.
Here are some tips for having your home ready for a hurricane. Keep all trees and shrubs trimmed. Bring in all outdoor furniture, plants, or any other items that may become airborne due to high winds. Cover windows and doors with hurricane shutters or pre-cut plywood. Clear drains and gutters. And remember to secure important documentation in case you have to evacuate. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles.
I'm Shane Stubbs.
Happy Father's Day to all. Here's a look at the Bahamas Tonight. They are coming your way next.
This news is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a reimagined Bay Street where the Davis administration is breathing new life into the heart of the capital. Also, 3 men accused of 2 separate killings here in the capital face a judge. Tune in for the details. And corals are in rapid decline. The good news is local marine biologists have taken action to reverse the troubling trend. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A revitalized Bay Street envisioned with the overall goal of turning decades of decay into a bustling city center that caters to both visitors and locals. And according to tourism officials, at least 2 hotel projects are being considered, along with a major entertainment development, all setting the pace for new beginnings for downtown Nassau. Desmond Saunders tells us more.
In its heyday, Bay Street was a retail mecca. A city center bustling with shops, entertainment, and a burst of culture. Decades later, abandoned buildings in muted tones barely stand. Successive governments have had all a plan to revitalize the area, with the Davis administration now boasting that it's already seeing tangible signs of momentum.
Property owners are contacting us and asking how they can help. At least 2 new hotel projects are under active consideration, along with a major entertainment development that could serve as a cornerstone for the downtown revival, especially east of East Street. These represents credible interest and the beginning of real change. You're turning old into new. We've demolished 10 buildings, and we anticipate next week to begin the demo of the Levy building. And we believe that this is an ideal space for boutique hotel with residences and marina.
In the case of an historical building, property owners are encouraged to access the incentives under the Downtown Revitalization Act.
To the owners of dilapidated properties that are not protected, we ask you to fix them. That's right. Or demolish them, or come in and speak with us. If you don't demolish them, we will. Yes, sir. At your cost. And I thank many of the property owners who have already risen to the occasion. And we are calling on Bahamians, especially those who own property in the downtown areas, to continue to join this movement.
But demand must be met with worthwhile experiences. And here's what the Ministry of Tourism has in mind.
We're launching an exciting new initiative this quarter, a mood market concept we're calling Bites on Bay. Food trucks have already been ordered, and this space will serve as an anchor for a vibrant, family-friendly entertainment hub. We are calling on Bahamians and visitors alike to return to downtown. Yes. Not just for shopping, but for energy, culture, and atmosphere. We need more restaurants. Bahamians, we need more quality restaurants, more rooftop bars, and more creative spaces. And the good news is we have credible investors ready to support those with credible ideas who are willing to step up to the plate.
Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Meantime, Transport Minister, the Honourable JoBeth Colby-Davis, is moving swiftly to clean up the water sports sector amid ongoing concerns about safety and unlicensed activity, particularly jet ski operators. While inspecting water sports operators on Goodman's Bay Beach, Colby-Davis today was pleased to see the improvements made to regularize the industry, including a listing of signs with fares and even erected tents directing tourists to official commercial vendors.
Now we've gotten even more support from national security. So we have some Defense Force officers that are here working along with the Port Department officers to bring order, to regularize, make sure, check all the vendors that are at this location are operating at the right location. They're in their rotations as assigned by the Port Department when they get their numbers, when they get their authorization letter, and when they get their registration. We set the locations they are to operate from. So just to check everyone are at their correct locations and just to make sure that it's running smoothly and there are no issues and challenges.
And in what could be a major shift for the industry, jet ski operators themselves are now moving to form a unified association, a move Minister Colby-Davis says she fully supports.
They're now working with an attorney to put some structures in place to better improve even their industry as business owners, as entrepreneurs. One of the concerns coming out of our meetings for them was be able to make sure that they continue to abide by the requirements of the Port Department, one being to have insurance. And so they're looking to do an umbrella insurance for all to be able to pay into that, make sure that they have that safety net for themselves and their business. They're happy about what they've seen in the regularization, having more order. It helps them.
Now, the push to regularize jet skis comes just months after the action of some rogue jet ski operators led to a U.S. advisory. Americans were at the time warned of the risk of renting such watercraft in light of reported cases of U.S. women being either sexually assaulted or raped by jet ski operators in the capital. The whole incident prompting the tourism minister to issue a stern reminder that a key selling point for the Bahamas has long been that it's a safe, tranquil destination with no or low travel advisories. And it's a reputation Bahamians are being called on to protect and promote. Well, in related news, the country's growing blue and orange economies in the spotlight at the Bahamas Business and Investment Forum in New York City last month. And as Corval Pyfrom tells us tonight, both areas are being touted as holding the key to unlocking the country's true potential.
At last month's Business and Investment Forum in New York City, Tourism Director General Latia Duncombe pitched the idea of investable opportunities based around sustainability, global tourism, and culture, highlighting two key areas. Firstly, the blue economy, focusing on securing the environment.
Where every reef restored, every mangrove planted, and every carbon offset tracked contributes to real returns.
Making it clear to potential investors that this blue economy is not theoretical but rather territorial, DG Duncombe says it is built into the geography of the Bahamas.
With over 100,000 square miles of marine space, we are uniquely positioned to lead in ocean-based industries that address global priorities.
And if the blue economy is about securing our environment, the Director General says the orange economy is about amplifying our identity, telling the forum about many of the initiatives already underway to boost local creatives, providing them with more opportunities and platforms to monetize their work.
We're cultivating an ecosystem where Bahamian talent is showcased and commercialized.
pointing to what she calls strategic investments like the Creative and Performing Arts School, mural revitalization, and policy shifts that support creatives. Director General Duncombe believes the Bahamas has found the winning formula.
As global trends show, destinations that succeed in cultural capital retention also stand out in long-term visitor engagement, repeat travel, and economic resilience.
DG Duncombe credits strong regulatory framework, a respected financial services sector, and a globally recognized tourism product as key factors for why the Bahamas is still a world-class destination. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Coming up, murder charges brought against 3 men. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Chicken lovers, listen up. Popeyes is serving it up for you. Get 5 pieces of juicy, hand-battered, bone-in chicken for just $10. That's right, 5 pieces of Louisiana-style flavor, fried to golden, crispy perfection for only $10. But don't wait, this deal won't last forever. Head to your nearest Popeyes today and grab your 5-piece for just $10. Popeyes, where the chicken's always worth the hype. Available for a limited time only.
As we continue to develop the orange economy of the Bahamas and empower our artists and artisans, we as a government intend to show tangible support. We are therefore requesting our Bahamian artists and artisans to submit images of their handmade, authentically made Bahamian products and prices as we move to produce a live digital booklet with Bahamian-made works. With the creation of a live booklet, artisans can always submit new works to be included. It is our intent to use this book as a catalog for the purchase of items by all senior government officials for gifts, display items, and the like. Ministers, permanent secretaries, members of parliament, and ambassadors will be supporting our orange economy by the purchase of items and in sharing this book to the wider global creative community. We are committed to grow and expand the orange economy of the Bahamas.
Of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
Well, you're looking at a shot of Western New Providence there. That shot, as always, courtesy of drone pilot Neville Smith. Welcome back from the courts. Nearly a year to the day that pilot Giovanni Rowe was killed, a man was formally charged in the Supreme Court for the crime. Donald Ferguson today appeared before Gilomena Archer Mins on the charge of murder. It is alleged that on June 16th, Ferguson shot and killed Roll as he was leaving work at Jet Aviation here in New Providence. He pleaded not guilty to the charge. Ferguson, who was represented by attorney Brian Bastian, is scheduled to return to court for a fixture date for trial before Justice Dale Fitzpatrick on June 27th. Now, the accused is named on that high-profile New York U.S. indictment alongside senior police officer Elvis Nathaniel Curtis and others. Also appearing in court, Devan Brennan and Mario Stewart, the two men alleged to be behind the Sunday, January 26, 2025 killing of Philanteria Sands. The 23-year-old was fatally wounded when two men exited a silver Jeep and opened fire on a group of people gathered in the area of Finlayson Street, Baintown. Sands had just given birth just days earlier. Now, the men accused of the crime pleaded not guilty in the Supreme Court. They are to appear before Justice Neil Brathwaite on June 23rd for a fixture date. In other news, the country's law enforcement agencies marking a milestone in efforts to strengthen national and regional security as the Bahamas officially commissions a new unmanned systems academy. Corval Pyfrom was at today's dedication and ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Defense Forces.
The occasion marks a strengthening of the Bahamas' unmanned systems, or increasing our arsenal of drones. At the Royal Bahamas Defense Forces North Coral Harbor Base, a special ceremony commissioning the now Bahamas National Unmanned Systems, or BANUS Academy. This, as more than a dozen officers across multi-law enforcement agencies become the latest cohort to earn certificates for completing training, making them now drone pilots.
Through this partnership, we've successfully trained 2 cohorts of drone pilots, contributing to both national and regional security capacity.
The 2-month training is coordinated in partnership between the heads of military law enforcement agencies and the National Crime Intelligence Agency, and seeks to adopt industry practices to ensure all operations using unmanned aircraft systems are executed as safe as possible and effectively, and in maintaining safety. RBDF Commander Commodore Floyd Moxey.
What these drones allow us to do is maximize efficiency by reducing manpower and resource requirement while increasing effectiveness.
Meanwhile, National Security Minister Wayne Monroe and the Academy's director, Captain Colin Bethel, highlight the program's scope and reach.
We've extended training to our regional partners in Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Guyana, Suriname, Belize, and Barbados.
Among our ranks, we now have 82 trained pilots and operators, including 11 accomplished females, as well as 15 instructors.
This is without question a proud moment for National Security Minister Monroe, but he urges law enforcement officials to remember that in the face of change, we cannot stand still. Therefore, he says, more work has to be done. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Construction professionals are hoping to get a fair share of financial support from the Ministry of Housing's 2025-2026 budget. And this in the face of the prediction that 2025 could very well be a banner year. Lloyd Allen lets us in on a response from the Housing Minister.
Not the BCA, a small group talking about what they'd like to see. It's all contractors desired to be recognized as professionals providing work for all Bahamians.
Increased support, that's what those in the home construction sector are calling for when it comes to expanding the home construction market. And according to the minister responsible, that's exactly what the government is focused on over the next fiscal year.
The government gives up to $40,000 in tax breaks for persons wanting to construct their own home in terms of building materials, and I'm talking about from shingles, plywood, plumbing, electrical, all of these different fixtures. You get exemptions and tax breaks. In addition to that, as the Minister of Housing, I have a complete exemption on building materials.
And while those opportunities exist, President of the Bahamas Contractors Association, Leonard Sands, is calling for an even greater thrust to flood the market with additional projects.
We would encourage the Minister of Housing to really see if they could get Cabinet to approve a larger budget, and let's get 1,000 homes off the ground in 2025.
Bell reasons that number is tempting. However, there remains the matter of practicality.
You know, if God would have us build 1,000 homes, I want to build more than 1,000. But realistically, we are trying to build a few hundred homes across the length and breadth of New Providence, not just in New Providence, but also in the Family Islands.
And as Bell is set to share more details on the 2025-2026 housing budget next week, SANS is holding high hopes for construction stakeholders. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, the Bahamas is bracing for what experts say will be an above-normal hurricane season. This includes as many as 13 to 19 named storms, 6 to 10 of them developing into hurricanes with winds in excess of 74 miles per hour. With its unique geography and having around 30 populated islands, 16 of them major hubs, the Bahamas could also experience as many as 5 hurricanes at Category 3 status or higher. Following 2019's Category 5 Hurricane Dorian, Local Government Director Donald Roll says officials are taking no chances and are prepared to revamp evacuation efforts once conditions worsen.
What is happening now that's never happened before, and it happened during Hurricane Dorian, where we would have moved persons from those Southeast islands where they were impacted to Exuma. I think the same process will be taking place, that we move people from those vulnerable islands and those districts to a higher grounds and safe places.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Throughout history, from bartering in ancient markets to the invention of paper currency, convenience has been at the heart of the way we pay. As time marched on, so have we, from barter to cash and cash to digital. Whether you pay with an online bank transfer, digital wallet, or contactless card, with digital payments, options abound. The world never stops evolving, and neither should you. Choose freedom, choose flexibility, choose convenience. The future of pay is digital. Visit us online at livedigitalbahamas.com and on social media.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you went on a live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
There's a coral crisis, and local marine enthusiasts are not prepared to sit back and let it continue. A lab for coral conservation has been constructed, one that will hopefully be an example for other Caribbean countries. Our Danielle Dean and cameraman Brian Dillette were on hand for the launch.
It's a clarion call to preserve these structures that only take up less than 1% of the ocean floor, but are vital to the survival of a large amount of sea creatures. Atlantis, in partnership with the government, the Perry Institute, University of the Bahamas, and Disney, cut the ribbon to the first ever coral chain bank here in the Bahamas, located in Atlantis. President of the resort, Audrey Oswell.
The Bahamas Coral Gene Bank is a living laboratory, a secure sanctuary built to sustain, study, and safeguard the genetic diversity of our coral species.
The coral in our waters are being killed by bleaching, pollution, and the main culprit, stony coral tissue loss disease, at an alarming rate. According to the Perry Institute's Dr. Craig Dahlgren, the coral tissue killer was identified here 5 years ago, raising the possibility of extinction.
And since then, the disease has spread really throughout the Bahamas, except for a few isolated areas. On some of the reefs, it's killed 90% of the corals in just a single year.
Perry Institute Coral Aquarist Manager Jamel Morley describes the preservation process.
We use artificial lighting and we use salt mixes and mix them with pure water in order to create our own seawater here, which is free of pathogens, free of any leaching materials or toxins, and we use wave makers on our tanks in order to create waves in the water and simulate their natural environment.
These multifaceted species are responsible for housing 25% of marine life here in the Bahamas. The lab is intended to help the coral reefs build the resilience they need to return to the wild.
Together, we can ensure that the vibrant colors of our coral reefs continue to thrive beneath the waves for generations to come.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, we look forward to Entertainment Fridays just as much as LaDawn and Marlena. So what do you have for us tonight?
Well, we have Platty Dread. He's in the house and he's going to serenade us into the weekend, into Father's Day. Marlena, I know you have your dancing shoes on, right?
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
Well, stay with us. Stay with us. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
Diet-friendly special.
Education and Technical and Vocational Training's National Report Card Day is Thursday, June 19th, 2025, between the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. All parents are urged to collect their children's report card during this time.
Like, what are you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Pumpkin.
All. Hey, VAT included, boy.
I need the $10 special, please.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Hey, ladies, where's the Dave? Oh, okay, thanks. Bets.
Greg, what's up?
Ready, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
You up?
He's meditating. You gotta give him at least an hour.
All right, well, I can wait. I ain't got nothing to do. Penitentiary fail now on to independent.
And that there does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste.
you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, boy? Oh, yeah. Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things they do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Father's Day is in 2 days. One vendor advises us on crab sales. What's the relation to Father's Day? Details ahead.
And one father, Kelson Bryce, tells us what he expects his Father's Day to be like. Can't wait for that.
Plus, a picture of a caring father goes viral.
And coming up in sports, Bahamians have continued success on day 2 of the NCAA Championships.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
And as I said earlier, Father's Day is just 2 days away. The complaint is always that mothers are treated far better than fathers and remembered more on this special day, Marlena.
Well, we hope to make our fathers feel special tonight.
Hopefully that's the plan, Marlena, but let's dive right into the news. Bahamian storyteller, musical icon, and national treasure Pat Raming has created something special to highlight the origins of Bahamian music. Raming has organized an event that will be held at the University of the Bahamas Performing Arts Theater and promises to dazzle the audience and spark excitement in the Bahamian music story. Felicity Darville tells us more.
Right? That's Tanya Hanna recalling the trills and unique sounds that make up gumbe, known as the original music of the Bahamas. Legendary musician Pat Raming is inviting the public on a musical journey.
The Ghosts of Gumbe is a production that does its best to dig up some of those memories and introduce them to the younger people of the Bahamas, as well as remind those of us who are perhaps a little bit older of the things that grew us up.
The term was dubbed by former slaves. Charles Lofthouse saw them making music with household items. They were from the Congo, and they told him that their music and dancing is called gumbe. Raming will recreate the excitement and allure of the gumbe era with a 3-day production, July 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd. It will be a journey of the Bahamian music that led to independence, written by Pat Raming, choreographed by Ricardo Christie, to music directed by Ronald Sims.
Today, with all the technology, etc., believe me, these young men are very clever, and they've produced a fantastic result. And so we'll have wonderful music, we'll have a lot of dancing. The idea of creating an opportunity to reintroduce Bahamian music to the Bahamian public would be extremely important to me.
They all began with Gombe. So Pat is quite right. When you can master what it is that you know and who you are, then you can become even more.
All Bahamians are encouraged to come out and enjoy this special night of Bahamian music. Tickets for the Ghosts of Gombe are available at Born Again Health Store, Steppin' Out, and Bristol Cellars. For Access Now, I'm Felicity Darville.
Thanks, Felicity. Well, this coming Sunday is Father's Day, and guess what? The crabs are crawling. The Access Now team canvassed the capital and found out that those creepy crawling crustaceans are in abundance at the roundabout near the University of the Bahamas on Nassau Street and at the shopping center in Golden Gates. We caught up with Cat Islander Kelson Bryce, who told us that he's already sold about 1,000 crabs.
They come in frequently on the mailboat. Sometimes they come in on the Captain Prince from South Andres, North Andres, and as well as Central Andres. It does great. It go with the culture of the Bahamian people, you know, and we just love the crab for the fathers, and every crab season, you know, that's where we sell the most crab.
His little helper, 12-year-old Deshano Lee, says despite being bitten by one or two of the 100 feisty crabs he's clipped already, it's a pastime he says he enjoys.
I like clipping it, put it in the bag to give the people so they can make crab soup, crab and rice, and stuffed crab.
But while you're thinking about the different ways to prepare that crab dish this Father's Day, like millions of fathers around the world, Kelson Bryce says this special day means the world to him as he gets to relax and celebrate with the people who call him Dad.
I'm a father and a grandfather, and God has blessed me with a 8-year-old granddaughter as well as a 9-month-old grandson.
So what are you going to be doing for Father's Day?
Well, I'll just be enjoying myself, you know. I hope that the kids will just take me out and we have a good time.
Amazing. Well, it was a Kodak moment worth capturing. A first-time dad, Trey Sands, with his baby strapped to his chest while taking a ferry boat ride to mainland Eleuthera, has created quite a buzz over social media for the past 2 days. Sands, a popular fisherman from Harbor Island, was unaware that his photo was being taken while doing fatherly duties. The picture proving that all is not lost among young fathers across the country, despite the noise in the market. The Access Now team tracked down the woman behind the lens, Michelle Johnson of Lower Bogue, Eleuthera, to find out why she decided to take a quick snap of the fatherly moment.
I took my girlfriend to Spanish Wells yesterday because she recently lost her husband, and so she came back on the island, and I just wanted to take her out for lunch, you know, so she don't fall in a state of depression or feel that she's alone. But we had to leave early to come back to the mainland. And we were on the boat sitting, and there steps this young man up with this baby. And he had a strap to him, and the way he was just rubbing her head and all that stuff. I said to my girlfriend, I said, oh boy. I said, this boy reminds me of my son and his daughter, because my son loves his daughter the same way. And so I was really touched by it.
And with all of the negative reports about our young men, Johnson says she was happy to finally see something positive unfolding right before her eyes.
The tenderness, you know, and the love he was displaying to this baby, and I'm like, this is a young man. And everything we hear about young people is negative, so I just took a shot of it. And when I got home yesterday evening, I posted in my church group. I said, all is not lost. I was so blessed yesterday.
Well, still to come, it's Entertainment Friday, and Platy Dread is performing Bushfire tonight. Weather is up next, so stay close.
Your ways to save is easy at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Sea Bass Chunk Tuna, 5 ounces, 2 for $1.89. Country Barn Mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.49. Whole watermelons, $5.99 each. Danish spare ribs, $2.59 per pound. Whole chickens, $1.89 per pound. Join the Super Value Quality Points program at any Super Value or Quality supermarkets.
Hi, I'm
I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. These 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
We at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
It's time now for your Access Weather Forecast. We have a couple of open water showers to the north of Grand Bahama and also to the west of Andros. Those showers are all moving towards the west, and that will leave behind some clearing conditions, so the dry conditions will return for the next several days. Now, your boating forecast tonight, well, that's brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business. In the Northwestern Islands, tonight through Sunday, winds southeast at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Now, that high tide, that will take place at 10:19 tonight, a second high tide at 10:38 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands. Tonight also through Sunday, we'll have that easterly flow at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, so small craft are asked to exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands through Sunday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Gambling in the dark. It was staggerly and Billy, two men who gambled late. Staggerly threw a 7, Billy swore that he drew 8. Staggerly told Billy, I can't let you go with that. See, you done.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for full weather update. Alina?
Thanks, Basil. Well, it's Entertainment Friday, and tonight, the one and only Platty Dread joins us. Welcome to Access Now. Thank you so much for
having
joining
me.
us.
Thank you so much.
So, can you tell us a little bit, first of all, about yourself and your band as well?
Okay, yeah, well, I'm Platty Dread. That's the name I inherited when I was in university back in the early days in Jamaica, where I was associated with fun. And so they played off my name because I wore plats in those days, from Natty Dread to Platty Dread, and I kept the name, and I've been using it ever since. And the Naked Eye is the name of the band that I use whenever I perform with a band. If I'm solo, it's Platty Dread, but if I use a band, it's Platty and the Naked Eye. And the naked eye is a reference to the spiritual body that's revealed when all is stripped away and nothing but the God I am stands in its place, the naked I am, which I shortened to the naked eye.
Amazing.
So it's a spiritual vibe. You know, I like to be on a spiritual vibe when I do things.
And now, where can people see you perform live? Are you performing anywhere?
Well, I had been on a hiatus for I didn't know it was going to be 10 years. The last time I performed was in 2015.
Wow.
I was in the finals of the Junkanoo Carnival competition. My song, Junkanoo Rock, made it to the finals. They still play it at the airport. You hear it coming in. And, but I thought I was going to take a short break, and that's 10 years later, COVID and everything, and I realized the time was running out, and I had to make come back really quickly. So I quickly reassembled my band, got a few band members, new people, and I'm about to launch my new album that I had been recording for the past 3-4 years. And that is something that I need to represent. So that's why I had to come out of retirement.
Amazing. So with that new album, what kind of music do you make? Is there any particular genre?
Yeah.
Is it a mix?
I'm sort of a odd, man's outlier type of thing. I'm multicultural in all of my experiences, all of my influences growing up. Rock, funk, David Bowie, Third World. I've got so many, Michael Jackson, Prince. I just don't even know where I start and they begin, where I end and they start. And so I consider my music to be a blend of cultures, so I branded it as dread rock because I really love the guitar in everything what I do. So all of my songs usually have a very scorching, soulful guitar in it. And whatever genre comes out, it's what's there. I didn't really create it, it came out that way,
Amazing.
So it's a multicultural type of mix, and it's something that everybody can enjoy because it's really fun.
Now that you're back, what's it like being a musician in the Bahamas? Is it easy? What's the atmosphere like here?
I always wanted to be an artist when I was growing up, but I knew I couldn't make a living doing it. So I realized that I'd have to force my mind into a sort of societal mode to go and get a career, so I made myself become a doctor, even though that wasn't something that was instinctive in me. It was something that I was capable of doing because I had a sort of a little IQ that allowed me to do it. So, but I always intended that as soon as I got a career that could support me, I would let that support my true love, which is art. So as soon as I graduated from med school and became an intern, I formed a band at Waterloo back in the 80s, so you can guess my age. And I had the first black rock band there. We performed throughout the 80s, through the 90s, early 90s. I took a break again, came back in 2004, reinvented myself as the version that you see right now, released an album in 2009, Dread Rock Rising, that produced quite a few hits. I had a lot of run on tempo. I've got about 5 music videos. Go on Platty Dread, Platidred on YouTube, and you'll see about 6-7 videos that I've released. And yeah, I've been in and out of music ever since, and got quite a few singles, and I got quite a bit of a track record, so I'm a little bit known in the underground community, but not too well known in the out of community because of the fact that if you're not doing rake and scrape, the Bahamas is where art comes to die.
Oh no.
Yes, it's true. If you do anything other than rake and scrape, you come here to die. You do music here because you love it, not because you're going to get paid or appreciated. We know that. Real artists know that. So we suffer silently in the shadows, but we support ourselves in our underground community of music. And we let the rake and scrapers just take the whole fluff and flam and bam.
Well, I think you're going to be showing us something from your new album tonight. Can you tell us?
Actually, this song that I'm releasing was the last single from my last album.
So can you tell us
what it is? Yeah, it's called Bushfire. Some people know it because they have been familiar with my first album that came out in 2011. And it was the single that was supposed to have been released but got caught in the cracks between retirement and coming back out of retirement. So I wanted to finally put that baby to rest and perform Bushfire tonight. And from here on, you'll be hearing stuff from the new album whenever you follow me up. Now, this is a prelude to a show that I'm going to be launching my comeback at the 28th of June, the Parkinson's Ball.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I'm the opening act for the Maze Band, all right? And Platty and the Naked Eye will be performing quite a few hits, quite a few songs from both albums, the first and the second album. It's going to be an incredible show, the 28th of June, Parkinson's Ball, Atlantis. Don't miss it.
Amazing.
I'll see you then.
We had them as guests earlier this week, so we're hoping everybody goes to that. Well, Platty, thank you again, and we'll see you in a few. We can't wait to hear the song.
All right, let's get it done.
For now, let's check in with ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Coming up in sports, our collegiate athletes have continued success at the NCAA Track and Field Championships. More details coming up next.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, at Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports Check, everyone. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr. Topping sports, the NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships are well underway in Eugene, Oregon, and several Bahamians have found much success within the first 2 days of action. On Thursday, Florida's Anthea Charlton ran in Heat 1 of the women's 100-meter semifinals, winning with a time 10.87 seconds, a personal best for the young sprinter. She heads into Saturday's finals with the second fastest time overall, being the 6th fastest performer in collegiate history. Charlton also took flight in the women's long jump finals, finishing 5th in the nation, totaling 6.58 meters. A busy day for Charlton as she and fellow Florida Gator Quincy Penn sprinted in Heat 3 of the women's 4x1 semis. The Lady Gators contributed to a 3rd-place finish, clocking 43.06 seconds, a season best for the relay squad. They qualified for the finals, which are set for Saturday evening. The versatile Charlton analyzing her day 1 performances and mindset going into Saturday.
Honestly, I always believed I could run sub-11. I always believed it, and I've been trying to figure out how to do it, and I understand it now. So I think that was the most relaxed I've ever ran, and was I shocked to see the time? A little bit. But it felt great, and I just know it can get better from there. So that was amazing. I crossed the line, and immediately my coach, she was like, good. I got 2 seconds of a little excitement, and it's like, okay, bring it back down. We still got to jump. We still were in the warm-ups. Right down. So yeah, now I'm allowed to be excited. I still got more in the tank. I think the 4x1 prepares me really well for the 100. It gives me that nice little preview of what the race is gonna look like, and I'm ready.
Tennessee's Javonia Valcourt was also in action at the NCAA Championships. She ran in both the women's 400 meters and 4x4 relay semis. She clocked 51.65 in the 400, placing 4th in Heat 3 and finishing 13th in the nation. In the 4x4, Valcourt and her Lady Volunteers ran in a time of 3 minutes, 32.03 seconds, finishing 3rd in Heat 1. The Vols would finish 15th overall, picking up 2nd-team All-America honors. And on the men's side, in Wednesday's men's 4x1 relay, Zion Campbell and his Minnesota Gopher squad finished second in Heat 2, clocking a season best 38.16 seconds and advancing to Friday's finals. Campbell and company are set to run in their race at 8:02 Eastern. All of the NCAA championship events are covered by the ESPN network. I'm Swanson Gibson Jr., and that's been your TGIF Sports Check. Have a great weekend.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
This year, King Door National Parkinson Foundation is taking you back to the old school. With entertainment by TMF, the band formerly known as Maze.
Y'all better come on now.
Also appearing will be local artist Plotty and the Naked Eye and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Pop Band.
Save the date, Saturday, June 28th, 2025, Atlantis Paradise Island.
To purchase your tickets, call telephone 428-2588 or visit Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, Mackey Street.
You're looking at the historic Grey Cliff property atop Blue Hill Road there. It's a great look on a Friday. That shot is courtesy of our drone pilot, Neville Big Nev Smith. I'm hearing something good is going on in Eleuthera, so let's take a trip and find out. Let's go.
Rotary Clubs of the Bahamas recently donating a much-needed emergency water storage system to the Cancer Society of Eleuthera. The system is expected to supply water when the island's supply is interrupted. The storage tank would particularly come in handy when functions are taking place at the Cancer Society's Palmetto Point headquarters and the water runs out. Rotary executives across the country traveled to Eleuthera to install the water system, giving the Cancer Society a boost in confidence to ensure its operation always runs smoothly. Some good news there, Malena.
Thanks, LaDawn. Well, as promised earlier, here's Platty Dread with Bushfire.
Everybody like the jam, that's how we go. When we stop, you know that's how we go. You're getting every look on your body. You haven't heard this beat before. You find me out on the floor. Push by. Listen to your body. It's out of control. Push by. Bring it to the body. And getting out of the cold. Session. Everybody gotta work out the tension. What you got is a work in progression. You'll be fine. Make that connection. Get out the tension. Everybody gotta work under pressure. You're gonna get in every lick on the floor. Gonna jam till the beat gets low. Push by. Listen to your body. It's out of control. Push by. Bring it to the party. Getting out of the cold. Push by. Now I wanna move your hips from side to side. When I move your hips, that's what I like. You gotta have an attitude when you're on the floor. You better move your hips when I count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push your body. Oh, push your body. Bring it to the party. Yeah. Push by. Listen to your body. It's out of control. Push by. Push by. Bring it to the body. Getting out of the cold. This is your life when you leave your body. This is your life when you need to body. This is your life when you're on the floor. They give you what you like, do you want some more? They give you a sign around the world. Taking it around every boy and girl. Things getting hot, yes, getting higher. What's fire? Woo! Getting out of the cold is out of control. Yeah, push by. Push by. Getting out of the cold. Yeah, push by. Push by. Push by. Push by. Push by. Push by.
There you go. We got the studio on fire on a Friday night.
Yes, well, that does it for Access Now for this week. Make sure to join us live next week with more community news and live entertainment.
And stay tuned for our Royston Jones Holding It Down at 11 p.m.
Good night, everybody.
Have an awesome weekend.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.
This is Civil Auction 608 of 2024, Thurston versus McKinsey. How you doing, sir? Step forward. Mom, step forward. Mom, you can step on that side. Clear? On that side. All right, sorry, Mom. I'm going to say the oath, and I want y'all to repeat after me. Hold the Bible for me, please. Repeat after me. I swear by the Almighty God.
I swear by the Almighty God.
That the evidence.
That the evidence.
Which I shall give.
Which I shall give.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Places. So, Mom.
Plaintiff Jamil Thurston is seeking cancellation of a court order to pay child support for his now adult daughter. Defendant Isadora McKenzie, Jewel's mother, says the payment should continue since her daughter now has a child of her own.
All rise. The Honorable Justice Carol Munnins presiding. You may be seated. Your Honor, parties are already been sworn in, ready to be seated.
Thank you, Corporal Mackey.
Welcome, Mom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I have the matter of Jamil Thurston versus Isadora McKenzie. Mr. Thurston, you are seeking a cancellation of a court order to pay child support.
Yes, ma'am.
You claim that you've been paying child support for your daughter Jewel until she was 18 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
She's now 30 years old, and you say that you recently realized that the payments are still being deducted from your salary, and you want them stopped.
Yes, ma'am.
And a refund of the overpayment, correct?
Forthwith, yes, ma'am. Forthwith.
All right, Ms. McKenzie, you're Jewel's mother?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is your Jewel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You say the child support payments should continue because they're being used to help pay for Jewel's 5-year-old son, and which is your grandson?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Thurston, how long have you been paying the child support?
Well, it was supposed to end at 18. Apparently now it's 30 years.
So you've been paying it from then up until now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, and how much is it that is being deducted from your salary?
Last time I checked, I think it would have been like maybe $500 every pay period. $500 every pay period.
$500, and you get paid monthly or bi-weekly?
Monthly. And I'd put a big hole in my pocket. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but how you managed to overlook that for all those years?
Life happens, Your Honor. You know, as a young man, you're gainfully employed, you know, protecting the inmates there at Vauxhall are now Bahamas Department of Corrections.
Yes.
I've been gainfully employed for quite some time, and I'm trying to move up, get myself qualified, you know, going to school, taking night classes. Through the course of that, you know.
And then you realize the funds you need for tuition.
Life happens, you know, you meet a young lady, you know, on and off relationship. She met someone else, I found someone else, and, you know, we went our separate ways, but I'm still actively involved in the life of my child, and I want to be a good dad. I'm a girl dad. I love my daughter. I love Jewel. But I just realized, you know, she's no longer 18 anymore, and at 18, she's an adult.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
And it's unfair for me to pay for a grandchild that I didn't bring into the world, you know.
Right. Okay.
Right. That's my grandchild, but that ain't my child.
Sure. Yes, Miss Mackenzie. I don't know if I should ask you first or Jewel, but let me go to you first.